Dr. Deb Schreipen here. What's healthy? We are. I have some amazing information for all of you out there today, especially those of you who are suffering with high blood pressure. And you know what? High blood pressure is so prevalent in this country and probably actually in some of the other countries these days, but it is all over the place. And the thing about high blood pressure is it's really a symptom of something else going on. So when my patients come in, they say, "Hey, Dr. Deb, I've got high blood pressure and I'm on this medicine." Actually, not 5 minutes ago, I had a patient come in. She was doing amazing, except her doctor put her on amlodipine. And now she is sick as can be. She doesn't want to eat. She doesn't want to drink. She's putting on weight. Her stomach is a mess. She feels crappy with this blood pressure medicine. And you know what? There are tons and tons of different blood pressure medicines out there. And you know what? It's incredible that we have medication so that when we go and we're like, oh, in danger zone and our blood pressure is 190 over 180, which, you know, that can kill you. We are really blessed to live in a country that we have medications that can bring that blood pressure down so we don't have a heart attack or a stroke. But it is not meant to be taken long term. Although in this country, the pharmaceutical companies make a ton of money off of those of us who are on it and on it long term, not me, and I never will be. And you know what? I hear this also from my patients. Well, my mother has high blood pressure, my dad has high blood pressure, my grandparents all had it, so it's just genetic and I'm going to have it too. Well, you know what? I come from a family who has a history of high blood pressure, high blood sugar, high cholesterol, heart issues, atrial fib, you name it, they have it. But I am not going down on that sinking ship. Just because there is a little bit of a genetic link to it does not mean that I have to suffer from it too. Because we have so many incredible things that we can do to be healthy in today's day and age. So you don't have to just be like, oh, I'm just going to have this and I'm just going to have to take this medicine for the rest of our lives, because you don't have to do it. What you do have to do, though, is you have to dig deeper. You have to figure out what is going on. And that's what we do in the holistic functional medicine world, in the holistic medicine world. We figure out what's causing you to have this symptom of high blood pressure. And a lot of times it can be a thyroid issue. It can be a heart issue. It can be a cardiovascular issue. And it can be a blood sugar issue, amongst other things. And so, you know, if you haven't looked at all that stuff, or if your conventional medical doctor is like, oh, I tested all that, but you look at it 9 times out of 10, they may have tested a little teeny bit of it and not the whole thing. So we don't really actually know how your blood pressure is or what is causing it. Even pre-diabetic, you can have high blood pressure when you have high blood sugar. And here's the reason, because a lot of people don't even know why that happens. When you have high blood sugar, your blood gets really thick. You get a lot of inflammation in there. So the body has to get that same blood that was thinner and going all the way to the little capillaries in your toes, your fingers, and your eyeballs. Because I don't know about you, but I want to be able to walk. I want to be able to use my hands, and I want to be able to see for the rest of my life. But when your blood is thick, the heart has to pump really hard to get that blood to those same capillaries in your toes, your fingers, and your eyeballs. So what happens when you have a blood vessel that's this size, and then you have blood that used to be thin and could flow through whenever it needed to and really easily, to when it's really thick? Well, the heart has to pump harder and the pressure will go up because it's pumping to get it all the way to the very ends. So that's why when you have high blood sugar, your blood is thicker and your blood pressure goes up because your heart has to do more work. Well, you would think you would go and lower that blood sugar. Instead, what we do is we take this medicine, which actually weakens the pump of the heart. So now you have a heart that's not pumping the way it's supposed to be pumping. And then the blood isn't getting to the little capillaries in your toes, your fingertips, and your eyeballs, and you still have high blood sugar. And then you're taking this Band-Aid medication, right? And, you know, like I said, when it's critical, take the medication. But then you got to change that lifestyle. You got to figure out the true underlying cause of it, and then you can fix it. Now, a lot of people have symptoms going along with high blood pressure and don't even realize it. You know, high blood pressure can cause heart attacks and strokes, and it is actually one of the number one causes of people having these things and not even knowing that they had high blood pressure because they never checked it, but they had symptoms. And some of the symptoms are headaches, dizziness. You could have pain. You could have shortness of breath. You could have fatigue. You could have visual changes. I mean, there's a ton of different things. Even sexual dysfunction can come from having blood pressure that's too high. And you're just thinking, oh, I have a headache. Oh, I'm a little bit short of breath. I gained too much weight, blah, blah, blah. And all that stuff can be true, but it could really be that your blood pressure is high, causing those symptoms, right? So I don't know about you, but for me, what I want to do when that happens is I want to figure out the underlying cause of the problems by doing the right test the right way and fixing that. Because when you fix the cause of something, what happens? It goes away. And then all of those symptoms start to go away and blood pressure comes down. And guess what? Blood sugar comes down. And wouldn't it be nice to get off that metformin or Ozempic or Wegovy or whatever it is that you're taking, insulin, whatever it is that you're taking, because you actually corrected the problem, which was high blood sugar. Now, it's not always about blood sugar, but it can be. And so we got to really identify, is it thyroid? Is it blood sugar? Or whatever it is that's going on? Am I inflamed? Are my hormones out of whack? Fix that stuff. And then you get healthy and you feel amazing. And all of these wacky symptoms can go away. Now, what is wrong with having high blood pressure? There's a lot of things wrong with having high blood pressure because it can actually damage your organs, right? It can cause problems with your heart. It can cause problems with your kidneys. It can cause problems with your blood vessels. I mean, there's a million different things. Even your brain can be damaged when you have high blood pressure. So it's really important that you don't have high blood pressure, right? Now, blood pressure normal is 120/80. A lot of people actually have lower blood pressure, but stress can also increase that blood pressure tremendously, right? So 130/90 is what they use as a cutoff now, that we're like, ooh, this is a problem. We've got to get that blood pressure down. And they just want to throw these medications at you. But what I do is I try to do it from a holistic standpoint, from a natural standpoint. So then we don't have other problems caused by the medication, because as you know, and I know, there are lots of side effects that happen when you're taking medication. So I actually have a couple of supplements which are pretty awesome that I give to my patients. One of mine is called Natural Blood Pressure Support. And this one has L-arginine and some whey protein in it. But I also have another one that I made up. It's called Be Calm Natural. And this is a way that we can calm down. It helps manage stress. It actually helps you sleep better. It's got lots of things in it. It's got magnesium in it. It's got B6 in it. It's got some inositol in it. It's got some L-theanine and some taurine in it. And all of these different nutrients will really help the body to relax, and it will help you relax. It helps managing stress. It helps you sleep better. And then you have better energy during the day. And then nothing seems quite so bad. And then guess what? Blood pressure comes down. So there's a lot to blood pressure, and I know it can be really, really confusing. And I always tell you guys, don't just stop medication and start something else. There's a way to do it so that you don't get yourself in trouble, right? And there's actually a bunch of other supplements and foods that you can eat. Garlic is a great one. Fish oil, olives, olive oil extract. All of these different things, and really olive leaf extract. These are all these different things that will help bring that blood pressure down so that you can feel better. So if you're one of those people that is suffering from those symptoms, if you have high blood sugar, if you have thyroid issues, if you have other issues that are going on and your blood pressure is high and then your cholesterol's up, and then before you know it, you're on 18 different medications and you don't want to be on these medications because we know they cause a lot of side effects, then you need to find a doctor like me, a holistic practitioner, a functional medicine practitioner, so we can help you identify the true underlying cause of the problems, because these are really murky waters and they get really, really confusing. And this is why we have to have coaches that help us through this stuff. So if you're dealing with this stuff, come see me. You can see me, in person. We can do telemedicine. We can do phone calls. There's all different things that we can do these days so we can help you get better, feel better, and be empowered to be in control of your own health. So I hope this helps. Until next time, wishing you loads and loads of love and light and health and happiness. Bye-bye.